Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We're Sunday, February 1st, 2026. The beginning of a new month. We made it. Thank you for joining me. I'm truly grateful to each and every one of you. Thank you for your love, for your support, for sharing your stories with me, for trusting and believing in me. I love you guys. Really, I do. You guys are wonderful. I'm hoping you're having a good day. Hopefully you've had a great weekend. Let's get right into this. If you're new here, it's a timeless read. You can switch the genders and the roles if you need to. Thank you for joining me. Spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, the highest white light. What's the message for the collective, please? Thank you. Overarching energy, perfection. That could be you, it could be somebody else. Somebody's a perfectionist, maybe, or something's working out perfectly for you. It could be traveling, compass. You're in your north node. Something to do with a moral compass or moving, maybe, underlying energy. You're a teacher, so you're dealing with a teacher. It could be any kind of teacher, school, trade, life coach. It could be anything. Or you're dealing with one. Yeah, and justice. Somebody could be teaching justice in school or learning. Something's working out for somebody here that's working out. Yeah, something to do with remember. I got that in the last read too. Remember. You didn't do anything. Or somebody didn't do what they were supposed to do. Maybe in law as a teacher, maybe there's a prophecy here. Okay, so you could be a reader or you're dealing with readers. You're definitely here watching me. Something to do with a prophecy. Somebody's remembering something you said or somebody else said about whatever this is. And they might be shocked here. Somebody's very defensive. You're very defended. Your shine offends their demons. So they're very defensive. Yeah, you survived whatever they put out. They're expecting you to leave or to take your place. Made some sort of backroom deals, I hear. Promises. Now they're in self-preservation mode and they're feeling haunted for this group or this person could be feeling haunted for what they've done. They could have caused 2 unalives. Or place it where it belongs. So we have perfection. Where are we going with this, please, Spirit? You could be in the medical field or somebody else is, because she's kind of dressed like an old-fashioned nurse here with, the watch. Writing things down. It could be taking orders as well. I don't know. Place it where it belongs. They thought this was, the perfect scam. Yeah. Something to do with intimacy, bonding, sensual, and confiding. Somebody thought they had the perfect scam going on. Somebody was having intimate moments with somebody else that maybe you didn't place together. You didn't clock it. They were working against you behind your back. Yep, foundation. So it could be a foundation that you're working in or working for, or they are, or somebody's looking for a firm, established foundation, established family and security. So there's something to do with family. Somebody could have moved at a distance and took something that was yours. Moved in with somebody that you never could be an ex. I don't know. Somebody's conflicted here. Decisions, hot and cold, multiple choices. Somebody's been left hanging, up in the air. Something's up in the air. Conflicted. They had a lot of time to do something, but they didn't get it done, or they're out of time, or time is up. They might get some time here, waiting cycles and moments. They caused a lot of pain. Apprehensive, afraid, and cautious because they caused you a lot of pain. So you're very intuitive. Heart song, telepathy, inner knowing. Yeah, somebody tried to reject you or you're going to reject them. Or rejection is God's protection. Place where it belongs. Abandoned, dismiss, irrational fear. So they know what they did to you. They abandoned you. They did something they shouldn't have done. Established some sort of foundation or wealth based off of you. Somebody they were having intimacy with. Maybe they sent you a love bomber to, I don't know. It could go different ways. You called their bluff. You knew they were bluffing. Pretending, mask, exaggeration. And now they're trying to escape a situation. Avoiding, blocking, pushing away. This is the breaking point. Limit, final straw, overwhelmed. There's a lot of distance between you. Emotional, physical, or both. Separation, space, and blockage. Yeah, they're getting karma. They're getting karma. I think if it has anything to do with their first read, people are distancing somebody that was doing spell work. I was picking it up, although it didn't come out. Doing spell work on you, definitely, but maybe on the people they were working with, their flying monkeys. to make them more bendable, pliable. They're trying to distance themselves from the person that was doing spell work because they're getting a lot of karma. Or they're trying to stay away from you and others because they are getting karma. They don't want anybody to know. This person was very shallow, hollow, empty, and bored. A lot of bitterness here, resentment, anger, and hurtful words. They want to come back towards you to nourish them, and or they're trying to give off like they're a nurturing person. Self-growth, self-focus, and soul-finding. The last read, somebody could be leaving this realm and they want you to see them out. Now somebody's chasing something that's not theirs. Pursuit, toxicity, and resilience. You have an open heart. Receptive, empathy, and vulnerable. You're beautiful, you're handsome, or just your energy is beautiful. Charming, graceful, kind-hearted. They stonewalled you, okay? They thought it was a perfect scheme, whatever this was. Frozen, no words, and stonewall. Because they were busy chasing thrills here, ecstasy. Chasing thrills, excitement, good time. They're hoping, expecting, faith, and manifesting. You're manifesting. They could have said you were just a bum, you do this, that, and the other thing. They could have said a whole bunch of obscene things about you and hoping it sticks. They were expecting to make some money off of you or something like that. Life insurance, could be an inheritance, could be anything. You put some boundaries. No, drawing the line, enough is enough. They were very disrespectful, or this is nothing to do with you. Like I was kind of picking up that they did this to you, but you're good. You're taken out of the situation. The angels are protecting you. Now these people are trying to distance themselves, right? Because they're all getting some karma. They know they're losing money. They're having to move. Some are leaving this realm abandoned, left out, walked away, and cold. Somebody's trying to cling on to whatever they can, holding on, obsessing, and spying. Somebody could, I keep picking this up. See, there's a plastic bag over her face, meaning that maybe somebody has difficulty breathing at this moment, right? There's resistance here. Secret admirer, suppressing and timid. They're sorrowful. Loss, grief, and depression. Elusive. Dishonesty, deception, trickery. And now there's going to be a confession. Okay? Unveiling, coming clean, and messages. Like I said, it might not be going on in your world. It could be going on in these people's worlds. This is the karma they're experiencing. It's coming back on them. When you play, that's what happens, right? So we have perfection, intimacy, bonding, sensual, confiding. Where are we going with this? Somebody's in their feels. Let them be. Don't start nothing, there won't be nothing. That's the way I look at it. Somebody's, yep, getting checked here. Checkmated, I heard. So there's enough proof or evidence. Something's not driving. Could be signatures, could be anything, okay? Something to do with a foundation. Something's wrong. People are figuring out they got played. Manipulation, lies, and control. It was all based off of envy. They're keeping you a secret or keeping secrets from you, and they got caught up. Now there's going to be a fake apology. To you or to them, this group. Somebody made some bad choices. You're too emotionally intelligent, okay? Trying to say you made bad choices? Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, they're going through a depression. They wanted you to go through a depression. They wanted you to self-delete. It's fulfilling a fantasy of some sort. You're tired of the drama. Other people are tired of the drama. Yep, police are involved. Something to do with a recording. Announcement, expression, revealing. Somebody's got anger management. So they are trying to make you sound like you're demonic, that you are abusive, poking the bear, you know what I mean? Reactive abuse. Police are involved here. Maybe somebody's calling the police on them, or maybe they are losing their shit and the police has to get called in. Yeah, fake friends. There we go. Insecure. And there's a betrayal amongst these people. Deceit, backstab, traitor, not to be trusted. Well, they chose to go down this route. When you choose to hurt another person like this, when you gang up on innocent people, what do you think is going to happen at the end of the day? It's all fun and games until, right? Perfection, intimacy in their feels. all this money, I'm getting all this money, promising people things, and they get free ass. Because I'm promising all this money, right? Holding back. Can't hold back from you any longer. The other person is not being fully open with you, and others, obviously. Smoke and mirrors. Don't be fooled by appearances. In the last read, there's a doppelganger trying to pretend they are you. Something like that. Oh. This was in reverse. Yeah, it's karmic lesson. There are karmic lessons in relationships that need to be learned. They're not learning their lesson. You don't want to. I wonder if you forgot all about them. I think that you clock them for who they are. I'm really feeling that you've moved on, you've healed. You're not looking back, and that's the way to be. Why would you keep going back to something like this? It could be family, friend, or love or business. Core past and old friends, or you're staying in your authentic self here. Showing true self courageously. Congratulations. This is family ties. This is your family. Family dynamics are influencing the relationship. They're hidden truths. They were hiding shit from you. Okay, facts haven't been fully revealed. They're trying to hide you from the rest of these people because you're spreading positivity. Keep radiating positive energy and influence. And these people got tempted or bribed into doing whatever this is. It's complicated. I'm sure it is. More complex than it seems. They brought in a lot of people you don't even know. See the different photos here? They're connected to all these people. Some of these people are connected to organized crime, a lot of vice and corruption. It's going to be a big one. Yeah, I'm trying to keep up this appearance still yet again. The storm is brewing. They're wearing this raincoat, trying to brace themselves here for the storm. Keeping up appearances and acting like everything is fine when it's not. Their path is unknown. They don't know where they're going. The path ahead in the relationship is uncertain yet hopeful. Somebody was very two-faced, okay? Trying to mirror you. Playing in your face. Someone is friendly yet deceitful. Is all about finances here. Money problems. They're having money problems right now. Something to do with work, success, and fortune. And they're keeping secrets from you and others. Guard secrets or be asked to keep one. Again, they want silence here. Keep silent, coercion, and hint. I just fell out of the deck. Unexpected news. It might be on the news. Unbelievable news will shatter your expectations. There's some sort of a mystery, or you are a mystery to these people. This is red light, green light, so stop and go all the time. Unknown puzzle, illusions, and confusing. A rose. Oh. Could be a Rosy Crucian. Could be a mother. This always reminds me of Mother Mary. Somebody wanted to come out smelling like a rose, but they don't. They smell more like the manure it grows out of. Passionate love, thorns, and short. Yeah, there we go. The name could be Rose as well. Double cross. So the betrayers betrayed each other. They feel double crossed now. You may face betrayal or being double crossed because you're still in your authentic vibe, and they're now seeing that all the lies were lies. Everything they said about you, every obscene fucking thing they said about you was a lie. You find someone who resonates with your authentic vibe, and they're seeing that you're a safe space, and you're in a safe space, a place where you can truly be yourself and feel at peace. Some of these people, or one of these people, might be on their way out. Somebody wants to come back into your energy for safety. They have ulterior motives. Okay, someone may be getting close to you with hidden intentions, or this is the group. You might not have anything to do with this. Somebody's getting the cold shoulder. Someone's deliberately distancing themselves, hiding dissatisfaction because they left a trail of messages behind them. Communication records, call records, instant messaging. There's a lot of unspoken tensions, a lot of gossip going on. Rumors are spreading quickly. You trusted the process. Trust the process. Other relationships or relationship, don't rush for any answers. Doubts are surfacing in this group. Okay, this was a joint evolution to come up against you, and now there's a whistleblower. There's a cool down period, okay, because exposing lies. Someone's feeling intrigued by you. They're realizing they got lied to come up after you. I mean, it doesn't really matter what happened here. They shouldn't have come after you, period. Okay? You don't fucking do that. You're adults. You should be anyways in the tarot world. This was the perfect plan, right? To get intimate with you, to say all kinds of nasty things about you. They're in their feels. This is a condom, by the way. They wanted to infect you with something, right? Life insurance. We got that in the last read, the life insurance, or they were holding back the life insurance from somebody that left you some. Place it where it belongs, or they took a false policy out on you. They wanted to disgrace you. But you're in your north node and they're not. You're in their south node. You have a strong foundation here, or there's something to do with a foundation. You have divine math. Divine feminine energy, male or female. You're a creator. You're down to earth. You're very loving. This is unconditional love. You're here for a reason, to raise the vibrations of the world. You learned your lessons. You're displaying all the um, finer energies of all four queens in the deck, and then some. Right? You're the most powerful feminine energy. You could be a male in this energy, meaning you're a creator. Right? You through your pay, you create new life, whether through children and or artistry of some sort. So congratulations. Yeah, you let them go. This is embarrassing and disgraceful. You hurt somebody's pride or ego by letting them go. They held a grudge against you. Yeah. Damn. They did too much. Ten of Swords in reverse. You're not obligated to them. Somebody didn't want to feel obligated to you. Now they want to take the swords out of your back. They want forgiveness. Somebody needs to go into recovery or some sort of rehab. Just conscious awareness of what they were doing. They did too much. Okay, they wanted to unalive you. You consciously knew this. You took some sort of action or somebody else's. You're being protected. You transmute and alchemize. You co-create with the divine. You're manifesting something new. You have all the tools you need for success. You know that they were stealing money or trying to. Okay, this is some sort of fraud. They bore false witness. Perjured themselves. This is really, somebody's really bad with money. They're lazy, don't want to put the work in, and disrespectful. Could be divination abuse as well. They stole money, they're unstable, they can't pay anything back. This is somebody that doesn't want to learn their lessons. Somebody didn't do any follow-up or follow-through with their job. It's bad financial news. They're very immature and yeah, this is somebody that bit off more than they can chew. Could be a warlock or a poser or a player. Somebody that had authority, thought they had authority, or claimed they did. They could have abused their authority as well. This is a follower, not a leader. This is a coward, okay? They didn't take the noble approach. They didn't do the right thing. They have no morals, ethics, or honor. They don't protect or defend the underdog. They protect and defend themselves. This is somebody that's egotistical, shallow, very arrogant, conceited, and very prideful. And right now they're mad because they bit off more than they can chew. Oh, yes. Could be a warlock. It doesn't have to be. If it's not, it could be a male or female in any other capacity. Somebody had claimed they had an authoritative position in your life or in some sort of business. Somebody's taking action. This could be a warlock wanting to have intimacy with you or claim they had intimacy with you. Or this is growth and expansion in your world, or somebody's taking action. New beginnings. Yeah, they're going to jail. They wanted to keep you stuck, hang false narratives on you, trying to restrict you. This is self-imposed. There's too many obstacles to overcome. Somebody was trying to doppelgang you, keep you distracted in a relationship while people were doing stuff in the background. You know, they didn't want you noticing. They're going to jail. Yeah, false contract, ending a third-party situation or collaboration. No help. Somebody's lazy, don't want to put the work in, and disrespectful. They can't create off of you, can't use your credit, your creations, your energy. They're not getting along with one another, so there's a breakup here. This is backfire, bad news, no communication, can't move forward. Unalive. False, it could be a false unalive certificate as well. Or somebody is losing their life, and it's the end of life maybe, or you are the phoenix rising. There's a dark cloud over them. This is bad news. There's a parting away. Somebody's grieving and regretting. It's all coming out. Somebody could have lost their life. My condolences. And they used this. Maybe they had the same last name. Maybe they were a family member, but distant. I don't. Place it where it belongs. They changed somebody's name on this false certificate and tried to claim. They're grieving and regretting right now. They are not getting away with this. Okay? Six of Swords in reverse. The end is here. They're in hot water. They're in trouble. They're grieving and regretting that you haven't transitioned. Give me a break. Yeah. They shot the bed. This is a tower moment. The universe has stepped in. Somebody was building on a false foundation, giving off a false sense of security and false impressions. So the universe is coming in and tearing it down to realign everybody, to redirect you where you need to go. Yeah, this is all lies. This is bad news, no communication, lies, throwing rocks, hiding hands. Somebody felt entitled. This is a drama starter. A lot of lies, illusions, deception, manipulation. They're in their emotions here. Lots is hidden, okay? They're fearful. They're in their emotions. There's a lot of confusion. They were secretly lying, cheating, and or stealing. Or they're right now in their emotions And they're trying to get away with this, right? Trying to escape a situation. Seven of Swords in the upright. Maybe they lost you. Maybe you're the one that got away and left them in their emotions. Yeah, this is not wish fulfillment. People are losing faith in this person. They could be sick, injured, feeling ashamed. I don't know. They're in their self node for sure. They have no spiritual protection. So if they were doing any kind of spell work, they're done. They're low vibing. This is not wish fulfillment. They're losing hope. They're hiding and cloaking something. The fact that they don't want to be alone. Maybe they are sick. You're not obligated. Okay. 10 of Wands in reverse. People are letting go of this person left, right, and center. They don't want to go in and do that soul work. Truth and clarity. Communications coming through. This is a breakthrough for you. You're innocent. You took a leap of faith. Something exciting is happening in your world. They thought they'd be a sly fox, and they're a fool. You're innocent of whatever they accused you of. These are false allegations and accusations. They're feeling overwhelmed and defeated. They wanted you to fight them. So you can look some sort of way. You know, demonic, crazy, whatever. A bully, dangerous. They're feeling overwhelmed, defeated here. They can't. They were attacking you. They have no defense or protection themselves. This make it make sense. I don't get it. You're standing in your power. You go your own way, male or female. And somebody was very jealous of you, male or female. They didn't want people to see your value and your worth. They wanted you to live hand to mouth, even less. Okay, but you're very confident, bold, and sure of who you are. You're a go-getter. Okay, you're a leader. Divinely protected as well. You're charismatic and charming, and you're attracting whatever's meant for you, right? You're bold. You're unafraid. Congratulations. You're a creator and a leader. Male or female? Where are we going with the Queen of Wands in the upright, please? Yeah, you're moving on. You overcame. You could be moving or traveling. This could be a car as well. But this is overcoming. This is radical acceptance. It's awareness. Somebody needs to take accountability and bring back balance. You're leaving somebody behind, or you left them behind, or you're just moving forward. Regardless of what they were doing in the background, you're in control here. You healed your heart. This is a blessing in disguise for you. This could also be the authorities coming towards you. They talked a lot of shit about you. Mentally, emotionally, physically, verbally, and psychologically abused you. Yeah, the worst has happened. This is a nightmare. So this is something they're really burdened about. They're worried they can't eat or sleep. They're really tense here. About this inheritance, money, long-term stability, family. Could be an inheritance, spiritual or otherwise, or a large amount of money. It's coming to an end, though, because 10s are completions. Your ancestors, this is a legacy as well. They left you out of a will or some sort of, they claimed something that was yours. They're feeling sorry for themselves. They're moping and they're pouting. They're having a pity party. There's rejection, abandonment. They could have left you out of some sort of paperwork. Somebody's not having it. Ignoring. Somebody's bored and discontent with life. Rejected. Why? 4 of Cups. Family rejected you. Yeah. They're hurting for money. They thought they'd make a profit off of you, but it was a loss. They're born from Peter to pay Paul. Something's not balanced. They can't balance something out, and they're feeling sorry for themselves. This was unfair. They really wanted to destabilize you. They can't play games anymore. Yeah. They stole a home. Could be mortgage fraud. They're trying to make you look homeless or facing homelessness, stealing a business and or loss of business or stability. The party is over. There's no reconciling here. This is no redemption. This is get-rich-quick schemes. Male or female. King of Pentacles in reverse. Gold digger, cloud chaser. Jealous and lazy. A spendthrift, really bad with money. Corrupt. They have an image to uphold, okay? There's always some angle to this person, okay? They're always looking for freebies, handouts, or, you know, looking for an angle. It's a bully. It's somebody that likes to play fast and loose with people's money and come out on top, right? This is a spendthrift. Yeah. They're plotting and planning. to make you sick, to say you're sick, or you foresaw this and you're moving forward, your ships are coming in. Somebody could be at a distance, they could be sick, injured, or scared. This could be a scandal. They're holding back from you, 4-4, if this means anything to you, it resonates. They're holding back. They're holding on to stuff that doesn't belong to them. They want a power and control over you, over this money. They're bracing themselves here. They don't want to let go. It doesn't belong to them. They're holding on for dear life. This is a scandal. Scam artists, okay? Okay, they never showed you any friendship, compassion, nothing, okay? No support. They broke the law. They can't come correct. This is a love bomber. Cause a disturbance. Wow. It could be a divorce or separation, but this is a crime. I'm picking up it's a crime. Crooked judge leader or a spiritual leader. Somebody's losing a platform. This is all fraud. Love bombing people to get what they want. This is abuse of power, abuse of authority, bad counsel, false contracts. Somebody has no faith. They're not of the faith. They don't give a shit. Where are we going with this? This is corruption. It's a crime, okay? Yep. You're dealing with a narcissist, sociopath, or psychopath. A pathological liar, user, abuser, cold, calculating, and cruel. This is somebody that had no authority to have any dealings with you, with your money, to speak for you, to take action for you, to act upon whatever this is. This is abuse, lots of abuse, self-serving, liar. Yep, they intercepted your money or your mail or rerouted your mail. They can't come correct. This is somebody this is not their rite of passage, okay? They can't pay up. They never paid you. Somebody, they were lying to people, hoping they wouldn't connect the dots, but the dots will be connected. They were spreading egregious gossip. They're parting ways with a group, cult, coven, secret society, third party, or friend group. People are not happy. They're losing money. They're not happy. They don't want to take accountability. Somebody's non-committal. Yep, they're losing money. They're not happy. This whole group, they're losing money. It's financial ruin, spiritual jail. They kept repeating a bad pattern of behavior. Didn't want to stop or learn a lesson. Now it's a universal clapback. This is unfinished business. They're going to have to return this money. Oh boy, it's coming right back to the Emperor in reverse. This is corruption, abuse of power, abuse of authority. Somebody bent to public pressure. They had an image to uphold. This is somebody's very egotistic. It's a couple here. Somebody lied. They were jealous, vindictive, violent, spiteful, bitter. Oh boy. There's a bunch of people involved. Liar, pants on fire. Yeah, scapegoating for sure. Power. These are power plays. These are like people poking the bear, getting reactive abuse out of you. It's all lies. Okay, male or female, place the genders where it belongs. It's all distortion. And a lot of mind games and gaslighting here. And now they're fighting, finger pointing, blaming one another. Not happy at the outcome because they don't want to be challenged on this. These people, they don't want to be challenged on these lies and what they said and what they've done. And they certainly can't handle the conflict. Okay, you walked away with your head held high. You didn't engage. You did the right thing. Yeah, they're exposed. This is public humiliation. It's a fall from grace. Nine of Cups in reverse. Somebody was smug, full of themselves, selfish, a know-it-all and a show-off. This is not wish fulfillment, no emotional fulfillment or happiness. It's a fall from grace. Somebody was trying to put on and act as if they are you. They've been exposed. Somebody parties. Maybe they claimed you partied. You're not sincere or serious about life, and it turns out it's them. Everything they said about you, okay? It's egg all over their face, I just heard. This is people that didn't finish school. And it's okay if you didn't finish school, but don't try to be bigger than you are, okay? Don't try to take from other people. This is somebody that didn't want to go to school. They were lazy. They wanted to party. This is somebody that had no personal achievements and or successes in life. They wanted to take yours, though, and they didn't want you to have any. You climbed serious mountains here. You overcame a lot. Yeah, there's parting ways. Don't see eye to eye. Don't see, not getting along together. There's no emotions here, okay? The cups, it should be cups, but it's in reverse. There's a lot of disharmony, lack of trust. They wanted a life of luxury off your back. They wanted you to look unstable, greedy, and selfish, but it was them, codependent and clingy. Somebody's very unstable and insecure. It's a financial crime they committed, and they're having financial difficulties. They don't want to be alone. And people are running the other way, distancing, detaching. They're hurting for money, these people. Somebody doesn't want to be alone. They're not chaser or celibate or a bad business owner or something like that. Yeah, 9-9. You got to let this go, give up. Or somebody's letting them go. They're going to have to give this up. They're mad and they're scared. They can't fight you in a court of law, in a court. you go to court, you let them go, or they let you go. I don't know. They abandoned you. You remained emotionally balanced, stable, mature, loving, kind, nurturing, and sweet, and you used your intuition to get through this. Male or female. This is unconditional love. In most decks, you'll see the Queen of Cups. She carries the biggest cup of love. Because, you know, you give of yourself a lot. Yeah, they're paid or getting paid. You're very balanced. They have to balance something with you. Somebody want to pay back. Somebody, Queen of Cups in the upright, Six of Pentacles in the upright. Somebody's paying. This could be male or female. This could be them pretending to be you. You're gonna have to drop that act. They were getting paid and paying others to do something towards you or say things against you. They were very paying themselves handsomely, very generous with your money, other people's money. A lot of hands got greased. A lot of people got involved. All payback. They went and found people that you had difficulty with in the past lovers, past friends that did you wrong. They all want a piece of you, right? Yeah, this is greed. They were supporting themselves handsomely while you lived hand to mouth, male or female. This is greed. This is gold diggers and cloud chasers. Money managers, I just heard. They're getting arrested. Yeah, they're greedy and selfish, materialistic, very jealous. You can't be trusted. They're unfaithful. This is an arrest. This is illumination, letting go and letting God. You overcame. Okay, poverty, you overcame everything. You're balanced out. You balanced your world out. You don't need these assholes. If it's family, you don't need them. If it's a past person, friend, or love, you don't need them. Yeah, you made a wrong judgment here. They're getting karma. No second chances. This is karma. Lack of awareness, acceptance, and accountability. Doing stuff in the dark. They could be sick. They're unhappy. There's no truth or clarity, and there's definitely no trust here. They gave out false misleading information about you. They could have lost their children one way or another. I'm so sorry for your losses. But this is, if it's a relationship, is unrequited. If it doesn't have to be romance. It could be any kind of relationship. It was not reciprocal. What you gave them, they never gave back. They're more interested in taking from you, right? They want you to stay in some sort of karmic or toxic cycle so they can make this seem more plausible. They are trying to really trigger you on your inner childhood wounds, and it's not working. You're not going back to the past. You have no good memories, okay? There's a lot of trauma bonding. Yeah, they said you were crazy and you had addictions. They have addictions. They're unwell, okay? They're unbalanced. This was all unfair, whatever this is. There's not a reconciliation coming. No conflict resolution, no peace, harmony, or contentment. They went too far. Out of control. They have addictions themselves and obsessions. They went to extremes in inappropriate behavior. This is disaster. Yeah, sudden departure, sudden arrival. They don't know what to do. There's no contingency plans. They're in their fields and in their cups, maybe. King of Cups beneath that, male or female. Someone was very malicious, reckless, and careless and cruel, emotionally manipulative, emotionally unavailable, and immature, self-serving, and self-absorbed. And now they're crying. Got a lot of secrets here. They're trying to block you if you are a high priestess or high priest. Trying to block your intuition. Block communication. You're not talking to them. Maybe they can't watch you online if you are online doing any kind of spiritual work, healers, divination. But there's a deep knowing within you. You knew the truth all along. You used your intuition. Yeah, they secretly were impersonating you, stealing your work, your ideas, your achievement, and or they were impersonating you and they committed some sort of forgery. They felt entitled. Now they're in their emotions. Holding back your new beginnings, holding back love on purpose. They're in their emotions. This was a crime. This was an injustice. They lied. They spread rumor, gossip, and slander. They were petty and they were cruel. They were jealous of you and abusive, okay? They targeted you, stalked you, harassed you possibly. They don't want to hear this news. Just too bad. People are mad at them. That got them. They got compromised because of this fool. Yeah, you're innocent. And people are mad. Now they're sorry for what they've done. You have success. You worked a lot. You worked hard on yourself. You put a lot of time and effort into a situation. You have a lot of success. You mastered your emotions and your craft, and you're successful here. You planted seeds. You watered them and nurtured them, and they're growing now. They have a lot of discipline and determination. Congratulations. And now they're in their emotions and in their cups crying. They were working with a King of Cups in reverse, male or female. Somebody that wants to open up now. They want to work with you. They're drunk. Somebody's working while they're under the... Yeah, people are seeing the truth here. They're getting let go. Or they release something that they shouldn't have. You're not mentally conflicted. There's no more... you're not in denial. There's the ending of a stalemate. People are seeing the truth. They're trying to distance themselves from the situation. You're not toxic. You're not karmic. You have no addictions or obsessions. They can't hang this false narrative on you or bind you to the devil or bind you to anything, to themselves. It's a false contract. This is all illusions, okay? People are trying to distance themselves from this. Peeping their game, breaking free. All illusions. Somebody had multiple options. Bribery. Yeah. A lot of confusion as to why you walked away, or they're going to have to walk away. The place where it belongs. Not emotionally invested. In search of your 9th and 10th cup. Yeah, they scapegoated you. So you took your energy away and everything started going downhill. This is the end of a group, family, and or some sort of community. This is not a happily ever after. You made the right decision. This is something to do with a third-party contract or decision. You've you've ascended, sorry, quickly. Somebody's making a quick decision. You have no burden. Something's happening quickly. So they could be thinking about coming towards you. Yeah, somebody doesn't want these burdens. They want to come towards you and make you sign a contract. That's what it is. They're afraid. They lost control of a situation. They have no integrity, loyalty, or honesty. 7 of Pentacles. Wow, this is misappropriation of funds. They didn't pay you. They didn't want anybody investing in you. They're trying to make you look like you have no integrity, but it's them. They can't harvest from you any longer. They have no proof proving whatever they're trying to say. You're very fortunate. They need to move. They spent a lot of money. These are gold diggers and cloud chasers. You're very fortunate. This is divine timing stepping in. It's fated. Okay. Abundance is near for you, I just heard. You're sitting on top of this wheel, and they wanted to hijack your wheel. Well, it's not going to happen. These are gold diggers and cloud chasers. It's not their destiny, but they're going to their fate. They thought they had the perfect plan to travel the world or something, or you had a perfect plan to travel the world. You have a moral compass here. These people don't. Okay, they could be traveling or moving or on the run. You're in your north node. They're in their south. So they were holding back from you or trying to hold you back. Other person's not being fully open with you. It was all smoke and mirrors. Don't be fooled by appearances. There's a lot of tomfoolery here. Somebody's in their feels here. Yeah, they're getting checked. This is checkmated. They're comparing here. Something's not making sense. Something to do with intimacy, bonding, sensual, and confiding. Building a foundation off of this. Sleeping with people, saying they slept with you. I don't know what this is. You have a firm foundation. Now they want to come back around towards you after doing what they did. Establish family and security. Give me a break. So they compromise your security to make their own, to be more secure. I don't know. Place it where it belongs. They can compromise all they want. At the end of the day, they're not getting away with it. And everybody that got involved with this is getting karma. They're getting found out, and they're going to have to pay one way or the other. Whether it's time in jail, pay you back. It could be a big lawsuit, loss of business, homes, whatever. So we have 34. Moving forward, this is universal. This is universally driven. This is victory. You overcame. You're still moving forward. There's also the authorities coming through. Yep, this is corruption, abuse of power, abuse of authority. Something to do with TRAFFICKING. They could be affiliated, doing business with people that are affiliated with this, and everything's falling apart for all of them that took place in this. There's a third party, a contract, the decision's been rendered, you've ascended. Somebody wanted to be this was a distorted twin, false twin. I don't know, place it where it belongs for some of you, okay? It's not for everybody. They have no integrity. They're scared. They can't keep going. It's done. They lost control of you. They can't control the situation. They can't control this outcome. Hold on a sec. Sorry about that. Okay, memories of life, 34. Security, comfort, and direction. You feel the need for comfort as life can sometimes be difficult when we feel we're battling issues alone. So, I don't know. You went through whatever you went through by yourself. I'm almost positive you did. But you weren't really by yourself. Spirit was there. God was there, right? But these people were nowhere around you. But they wanted to profit from you. Make that make sense? Uh, you may be looking for permission to stop whatever you're doing and start again. The feeling of the days running away with you is taking its toll on your well-being. It's okay to take time out once you get your feet firmly back on the ground. Your mind will be clear and you will be able to focus on what is important right now. We often feel guilty for not doing enough, but you are doing plenty and you have nothing to prove to anyone, only to yourself. So place that where it belongs. Sometimes we think we should be doing stuff, and all we should be doing is just listening to our bodies and sleeping and resting. If this is a family, a narcissistic family, throughout the years they abused you, used you, you know, stole energy, stole whatever, okay, throughout the years. It's going to take, I don't know how long you've been away from them, but it's going to take you a long time to just heal from that. This is years of abuse of one kind or another. Usually it's psychological, spiritual, whatever. It's going to take you a while to heal, so be kind to yourself. 4. Amaranth longing, martyrdom, can we talk? Martyrdom, regret, and past mistakes. You may feel after a long personal journey that you've had to make sacrifices in order to change things. Although your journey has been long and at times difficult, life often works out for the best, even though we may be questioning the motives of others. And if this has all been in vain, I assure you it's not, okay? There's a sense you may be feeling unfocused, lost, unloved, and uncertain of which path you should now take. The stability of what you once were familiar with now will change, and although you may feel fearful of the changes ahead, moving forward can only be a good thing. This is a time of no regrets, as looking back serves no purpose. Use the negative aspects of past experience as your greatest lessons. And don't forget, right? We got that a few times today. Remembrance. So use the negative aspects of past experience as your greatest lessons and gain strength from this. It's said that life never throws us more than we can handle. Life is your time this is your time, to show the world what you're truly made of. What I was picking up while I was reading this is they thought this was the perfect plan. Foolproof. They thought they were so devious, an evil genius. There's nothing genius about them. They're just evil. Good luck with that one. 25. Home is the kingdom. Stability and action. The house in the distance represents stability. It's more like a castle. A palace. But you are looking for a new challenge, a sense of freedom, the need to spread your wings and allow them to take you wherever you need to be at this time. You're in a privileged position of having options open to you, but you must now take action rather than dreaming about what might be. It's easy to let life pass you by, but life is for living and to the full. Life is for living to the full, and situations can change for the better or worse in a heartbeat. Now is the time to embrace the moment. Know that you have the support behind you to change your path if you choose. It's only you stopping you from moving on. There's a feeling of being stuck in limbo. Change your vibration by acting soon. So you might be moving or somebody else is, okay? Because that's kind of like a theme today. So just bear that in mind. If you're moving, good. Maybe it's time to move and get a different perspective, a different feel. Maybe you've been where you were for too long. Maybe you've outgrown that area, that home, wherever, okay? Or that relationship. Where are we going with this, please, Spirit? Thank you. Time. 39. So that's 12. Power, transformation, reincarnation, and secret. So you have a lot of power here. Time is up for these bozos. There's something to do with time. They're going to get time. They were maybe doing unalive spells, or maybe they were coming after you physically. I don't know. But they wanted you gone, or time is up for whoever this is. You could be this female. If you're not, it's obviously a lover you might have had at one point, or you still have. Yeah. Birth, unalive, resurrection, sacredness. Wanted you gone. This could be some of them. Yeah. Look at this. Unalive. Somebody's going, but it's not you. Ending, destruction, rebirth, and mortality. It's a journey, all right. 10 is fated. They're coming after your journey, your destiny. This is change as well as divine timing, journey, experience, choice, travel, and movement. Something to do with living room. It's coming to an end. 21 is world. Something's ending. Learning lessons here. Okay, you're very protected. Something to do with a fake marriage or somebody you were married to. Place that where it belongs. Relationship, union, marriage, and connection. Occupation. Something to do with your occupation or somebody else's. Labor of love, hobby, profession, employment. And there's a letter, or they stole your mail, rerouted your mail. Definitely doing some sort of Ouija board fuck shit. I don't know what you call it. Letter, information, news, message, and communication. So lovers, tenderness, sexuality, relationships, and fertility. Could be a past lover or somebody's lover got involved here. Wanted to be a rich lord. There we go. Idealism, ambitious, business, favorable luck. Somebody you have a child with, or this is your child, an adult child or children, or something to do with innocence, infant, innocence, new start, and experience. This keeps coming up. Court official and wealth. So these court officials got wealthy off of you, but it's a good turnaround for you. Unexpected recognition, money, and inheritance. There we go. See ya, court of law. This keeps coming out. Gloomy thoughts. Oh boy. Sadness, depression, mental illness, and fear. So they said you were mentally ill. They're getting the 3rd degree here. They're getting interrogated. Could be a secret society involved. Or you are. They triangulated you, or your prayers have been heard. Justice, conflict, decision, legal proceedings. See, I wouldn't want to be you. They're in a web here. They are stuck. This is a tower moment. His thoughts, ideas, dreams, aspirations, and romance. Maybe whoever this is thinking they can come back into your life. I don't know. They were gatekeeping you, but you're an earth angel. You're being divinely protected here. This is balance, okay? Bringing back balance. Disappointment, loss, sadness, and weakness. You're still healthy. They're disappointed you're still healthy. They were hoping, they had they gave themselves a time to do this. They're out of time. Expectation, hope, aspiration, longing, and patience. And yeah, you're the hermit. There's an investigation here. Pathway, road, great distance, long time, and patience. You could be this lady, or you're dealing with one. Lady, beauty, empathy, joy, caring, and advice. Yeah, this is theft, okay? Meeting, romance, friendship, luck, good luck, and harmony. This could be romance scammers, or this is the love bomber they sent your way to thieve from you. It's a false person, okay? Again, military. Watch out if this makes sense, okay? I know it's kind of all over the place. Only take what you are familiar with and nothing else, okay? Congratulations. This is coming to an end for you, and it's not looking so great for them. I love you, and until next time, take care.